We got a higher calling.
Hey man, working with women is a job within itself. And I feel like, you know what? Women complain about men getting paid more. I think we deserve to get paid more because we have to deal with women every day.
Oh my God.
Am I wrong for that?
Yep.
I'm wrong for that?
Yep.
All the women, of course, are going to say I'm wrong for that because women don't understand what it's like to be a man and deal with women. Dig
Actually,
it? You dig it?
agree to disagree because for one, men should make more money because they're actually supposed to be the one supporting the wife, if there is a wife, the kids. They're supposed to provide the food, the shelter, and pretty much anything else. And the wife is just supposed to help a man stay up, basically.
So where are you getting this thing here from?
The Bible.
From the Bible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So let's go into that.
And also, it just makes more sense that way.
Hear me out, right? So if you're gonna base, your lifestyle on the Bible, you have to realize that the time in which the Bible was written is not the time in which you live in. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like in the time that the Bible was written, for the most part, there was more work to be done than men to do it.
True.
Then when you get the phrase like, if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. So how about in 2018, we have so many more people in the world that people can't work because there are no jobs to work. So should that man starve? Should his family starve?
I never said that.
I'm just saying. The way that the inflation and all that is, you could work a decent job. I don't have a job that pays me minimum wage. I make well above minimum wage. I struggle.
Everybody struggles.
That's not my point. I'm not living lavishly. I don't live in luxury.
Neither am I.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But I'm saying though, it don't necessarily have to be because of it's in the Bible. It just makes more sense for the man to support.
I didn't say that it shouldn't. All
financially, and the wife just, or you know what I'm saying. That's
but like how
that's in
likely
the sense
is that,
of
though?
if they're married. Okay, say for instance if they're not married. Okay. It's just a regular couple. Okay. A guy and a woman are in a relationship.
Right.
They may or may not have kids together.
Right.
Okay. Say the man does have a job and he makes more money than the female. Okay. Wherever he falls short should be where the female comes in to support him.
We're saying the same thing. We're just saying it differently.
But say if the man doesn't have a job.
Okay.
And the woman has a job. She's basically supporting everything. Because he's not able.
So what if he has a job and she doesn't?
Well, then she's going to take care of most of those things that's at home, like as far as cooking, cleaning, laundry.
So what you're saying is it should always be that way. It should never be the other way around.
It can be either way.
Yo, feminists is really gonna come at you behind this, right?
It should be
you
either
have
way.
Some feminists at you. Ooh, they're gonna be at you.
What you mean?
So, from my own personal experience with quote unquote feminists, so all y'all don't attack me. I just said my own personal experience with quote unquote feminists.
Well, you didn't actually let me finish what I was saying.
But I'm just saying they believe that men and women should be equal in everything.
Yeah.
Which to me makes no sense.
I was getting to that.
That makes no sense.
Because
it doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because we're not equal. We're different. Like no matter what level you're gonna go to, we're just different.
But I'm saying it's not always the fact that
different.
A guy doesn't have a job.
We're different.
Sometimes it may be because, as men would say, the way the world is today, sometimes it's hard for a man to get a job depending on his lifestyle. Like, okay, say a man went to prison, got out, can't get a job, but he has a family. Okay, at that point in time, the woman has to support him and everything else. But that's not saying that the man can't hustle or not necessarily saying drugs. But
so what I'm saying is in a situation like that, where she's working, she's the breadwinner, why he can't be the one to take care of the house?
He can.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean,
just making sure.
There ain't no reason why, if he's not working, that he can't support the household and take care of the kids while she's working.
Facts.
But then you have some relationship where the man doesn't want the female to work. He wants to do all the working, and she just take care of the household.
And I mean, that's wonderful. You know, more power to all those people.
I like that, you know, but I like to work myself, so.
That wasn't my point. See, it's the difference between having a desire to do something and having the ability to do it.
I know, but this is a discussion.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Don't
saying.
shut down what I'm saying.
I'm not shutting down what you're saying. I'm just simply, you know, throwing my little darts here and there. I'm just saying. It's hard. It's harder to do than people think it is. Like, it's hard, man. Like, it really is. Like, you really have to be making, I don't know, 40, 50,000 a year. At least 40, 50 a year to say, oh, I'm going to work and my wife don't have to work. But even then, you're not going to live the life you think you're going to live. You're going to be living very, very modestly.
Maybe some people choose to live modestly and not live like they some type of rich
wrong.
people.
Who said anything about rich?
I'm just
I said
saying.
very modest. Nothing to do with being rich.
But you do have those ones that like to live like something they're not. Like they like to go the extra mile and
Absolutely.
get all the finer things that they really can't afford, and then when they need it, when they really need it for like bills and stuff, now they struggling because
Exactly.
they worry more about material things than what's more important.
Facts. I'm gonna tell you something else though. That just in general, we like our financial literacy is terrible, and I don't mean just black people. I mean like people in general. Black people specifically. Like our parents' financial literacy is terrible. So if they don't know, how can they teach us? And what I mean by that is, correct me if I'm wrong, but your whole life we pretty much been taught you gotta get a job, you're gonna get this job, you're gonna work, you're gonna pay your bills, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So nobody really taught us about buying assets or investments, you know what I mean, how to avoid getting into debt. That was never really taught to us for real. I mean, it might have been mentioned a couple times here though, but it wasn't really taught. So here it is, you know, we getting, you know, we over 25, getting a little closer to 30, starting to figure some things out on our own. They're like,
well, I mean,
bro, we behind.
They may talk about it, but maybe they don't know because
that's my point.
They haven't actually learned that themselves. They just know how to survive.
That's my point.
That's pretty much what it is. Most people just know how to survive. They don't really know how to actually
prosper,
save,
thrive.
Yeah.
And that's my point, though. I'm not speaking ill on, you know, the way I was brought up. I have, in my opinion, the best parents in the world, and nobody's gonna ever argue me differently because it is what it is.
Ain't nobody saying anything about that. You said that.
I'm just saying. Just make this clear before you feel like your parents better than mine. No, they not. Let it go.
You talking to them, right?
Yeah, I'm talking to whoever, anybody.
Let's just get that clear. Anyway.
But I feel like you should feel like that about your parents anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect, but I feel like I had the best parents in the world.
And even then, shit,
I
they still struggle. I mean,
that's my point, though. I wouldn't trade mine for nothing. But, dog, it's like, so it's things that they didn't really know, or they still learning now, that now I know, you know, somebody, I ain't even 30 yet. So at the same time, it's like, shut up. So, you know, now that I have a son, you know what I mean, it's my job, it's my responsibility to my son to teach him better.
Okay, let's get on that subject while you brought it up.
What subject we on?
This is a general subject, actually, not just because you just said that, but it just rang a bell. Okay. Why do most parents only see that things are more important once they start having children? Why aren't they already prepared for that before the children come? Because, I mean, we're getting older, we're not getting younger. So why are we not already ready? Because, hell, I definitely wasn't ready.
See, they go back to the whole conversation about what were you taught? How was your upbringing?
Oh, I was taught, but shit.
that ain't what I'm saying. That's not what I mean either. I mean, like, okay, I had my son at 27, right? Mm-hmm. So at 27, you would say, well, you started having kids late. You should have been well established, this, that, and the third, whatever.
That's not always the case, though.
That's my point. This is my point.
I'm just saying, why do we wait until after we have kids?
I didn't really plan to have my son the way I had my son.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's my point.
You never know when it's going to happen, but you should still think like, okay, I don't have kids now, but I'm gonna have them one day, so I need to already be prepared, ready for that.
So how do you get prepared and ready for that?
Well, if you're already living with your parents, even though most of us don't think about that because at that time we're still young, you think about it now because you're older, you done seen a lot.
Right.
But okay, if you're already living with your parents and you're working and you're helping your parents pay bills or whatever, that should be plenty enough time, depending on how long you're planning on staying with your parents before you actually move out on your own. That should be the time you should be saving money, have a backup plan, know what you're gonna do, when you're gonna do it, and how you're gonna do it.
And all that goes back to being financially literate and understanding assets, saving, avoiding debt.
That's just common sense, really. I mean,
Not really. Think about it.
because if you know you gotta have responsibilities, even if you don't have kids, you still gotta have responsibilities for yourself.
So if my bills are paid, I got a few dollars in the bank, it's cool. I can go to the club. I can go buy this bottle. I can go buy this outfit. I ain't hurting. I still got a few dollars. But how long does that last? It don't. But were we really taught, oh, you should do this, you should do that?
Why shouldn't it last though? If you're still working and you're steady putting money back, you're not supposed to stop. You're not supposed to stop putting money back. If you're continuously putting money back, because you never know what might happen.
This is
You
true.
might go through a lifetime crisis. You
I'm
can
not
still
saying that
spurge.
you're
You can still
Hold
spurge
on.
and have fun, but at the same time,
Right.
you got to be smart about how you manage your money. It's all about how you manage your money, really,
And how old are you now?
and that's just common sense.
And how old are you now?
28.
And how long did it take you to learn that lesson for real and really apply it to your life? That's my point, though. You see what
That's
I mean?
why That's why I said, why do we wait so long before we actually do it?
Because it's not something that we're necessarily taught or necessarily see.
Until you actually
Until
go
you go through something, you're like,
But
dang,
see,
I should have
then-
did this, I should have did that.
And then I go back to what you said about the parents. Like, if they already know this,
Right. And
why
even-
don't they already tell you that?
But even if
Because I tell my daughter already, like, learn to save your money. Like, start now. Like, my daughter's 10 years old.
Exactly.
Start saving now. Whenever you get little money here and there, don't always think you got to just, I got money, I'm finna go spend my money. Don't always think you got to just run to the store and buy toys and all that stuff, because there's more important things than just
but you
spending
know,
money.
as
Because that little girl's expensive.
black people in America represent, I think it was $1 trillion in buying power. Like, we buy more than any other group in America, even though we are a severe minority in this country. Why is that? Why are we so ready to go give our money back?
That's a good question.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just the nature of our community, because we feel like we got to have this, we got to have that. You know what I mean? The more money you get, the more stuff you feel like you got to have.
It's more like we worry more about wants than need.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's
That's
just
for the most part.
we want these symbols to show everybody, oh, I got it. I'm gonna be flexing on these niggas. Oh, you ain't got these true.
I can kind of answer that.
Robins.
I can kind of answer that. Whether it may, I could be wrong. This is not a right or wrong answer or right or wrong question.
Nah, it's
but
all-
I think it's because when you think about shit black people went through back in the day, it's like now they feel like they gotta prove something to the other race.
And
It's
each
like,
other.
yeah, and each other, because it's like, oh well, they think they better than us, or we'll never amount to anything, which
It's
that's not
real, though.
always
It's-
true.
See, to me, it's all about assimilation. Like which even bring you back to the dark skin, light skin conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I joke with
I
it.
feel like it's mostly because, okay, most black people you see that's famous or rich, they have to be famous by acting or rapping or singing. You don't see too many black people, what's the word I'm looking for, like,
Academics.
you don't see
academia,
too many black
scientists.
people that's like, yeah, stuff like that. They're not successful by anything other than rapping, singing, or acting.
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying. So like they successful in entertainment. but
Yeah,
not really
and that's
in
about
other
the only
fields.
thing that we're successful for. Like, Where's the black people that's successful in business and stuff like that?
So somebody would kind of do an argument with people like Bob Johnson, Bill Cosby, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Master P. You know, even though all of those people come from the entertainment world in some way, shape, form, or fashion, they became very, very successful business people.
Well, that's business people, but
You know what I mean? You have a Dr. Ben Carson, who I don't agree with politically.
well, that's them starting their own business. That's a business thing, but the ones that's going to them is going to them by entertainment.
That's true. Okay, so you got somebody, like I said, like Ben Carson, who was a neurosurgeon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was the world's best neurosurgeon at one point in time. Somebody need to operate on his brain.
Then you
Just
have
saying.
ones that may be successful by becoming doctors or nurses or
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Or like Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, you know, they
And you
were
can't
lawyers.
forget about the hair. I mean, come on, like, yeah, we do our thing with the hair, so that's another thing.
So, never mind. Not even getting into that today.
What?
That's open up a whole different can of worms.
About the hair?
I want to choose this carefully because I don't want black women to attack me. But at the same time, it's like, why are so many black women so ready and so gung-ho in defending the way that they change their hair to be more like Caucasian people? Or the way that they spend small fortunes on weaves to look like more Caucasian women. Like, what's wrong with your natural hair? What's wrong with natural hairstyles?
Agree to disagree because now
I didn't act.
Now
I
I see more women.
I asked the question.
I see
why-
more women now
why do
going
that?
back to the natural. It's not
And
all
I'm
women
so
that
happy.
have to have the long hair.
And I'm so happy. I'm so glad.
So you can't really say that. And this just because women like to add a little
I
extensions
can.
to their hair doesn't mean they're trying to look like Caucasian women.
First of all, I didn't say all women. I didn't say all African American women. I said, why are some African American women so ready to defend? They get so defensive, like you just did. See, that was mine. That was so calm. You worked on that. You really got mad for a minute. You had to calm
I
yourself
slick
down.
did because
See
you
what
said
I'm
we
saying?
try to look like
But listen what I'm saying.
Caucasian women. Like some people just like to add a little inches here and there, whatever.
That's it is what it is. To each his own. I'm not judging. I just simply asking a question like,
Well, maybe.
and I give you an example. Remember when Beyonce performed at the Super Bowl? You know, she had all the girls with her. You know, they was in the little slick, kind of like Black Panther thing going on. What was Beyonce's hair looking like? Everybody behind her had like afros. What she had?
I really don't remember.
She had a blonde weave. That's what she had.
Yeah, it was like really, really nappy, curly, like.
No, it wasn't curly at all. It was like wavy,
That's
blonde
the same.
weave.
Well, anyway, that's what I mean. Like it was long
Why?
and.
Her hair is not naturally blonde. It's not naturally that texture.
How do you know what color her natural hair is? You ever seen her natural hair?
Yeah, actually I have. It's black, like her mama's.
Why you? Why your whole tone just changed like that?
Have. I'm just saying. But that's not my point. My point is like, if she really wanted to make the statement she was trying to make, why not make it with yourself? Why wear the blonde weave that she's wore for the majority of her career? Or the blonde extensions. Because that's what they call it, extensions. Like, that ain't somebody else's hair. It's still somebody else's hair. Just saying. You know, these just my thoughts. These just stuff that be running through my mind. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, maybe she was pointing out that the.
Go ahead and defend it, please. I'm waiting. We got
It
time.
doesn't matter what you look like, whether you wear weave,
Don't say it don't matter. Cause
natural hair.
if it didn't matter, she wouldn't do it. If it don't matter, you wouldn't spend the money that you spend on it. That's a fact.
Okay, then, since you're on that subject, why do guys feel like they have to have dreads?
You have to ask somebody with dreads.
Oh, you had dreads before.
Right. I like the hairstyle.
Because
And it's a natural
some
African
people's
hairstyle
eyes-
too. And they're not even called dreads, they're called locks.
anyway,
The term dreads,
dreads, locks,
is a European
twist,
term.
whatever.
It's a European term.
Anyway, most people would think, and I would say that about older people because they, you know how they judge people. Or I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Call me racist. I'm not being racist, but white people or like older black people would say that guys have dreads just because they're selling drugs. That's not always the case.
That's a terrible misconception.
But that's what they think, because I hear it all the time.
You know why that makes no sense?
Especially a white person. They see a guy with long dreads. Oh, he's a drug dealer and he's a gang member and all this other bull crap.
Jesus had dreads. Samson had dreads.
It's not.
If you want to call them dreads.
It's not technically accurate.
It's not?
Nobody
Sure?
knows that for 100% sure.
Okay, cool. So this is what we know, right?
We do know his hair was woolly.
We know that Samson wore his hair in 7 locks because he's from Nazareth. He took the Nazareth vow, correct? Mm-hmm. We know that Jesus is also from Nazareth, which would suggest that he would also take the Nazareth vow because that is part of his culture. It is part of his tradition, his religion, correct?
If someone who don't believe in religion, you know what, don't you? Just saying.
Okay, these are the type of things that make me stray away from a religion.
Okay, that's another subject though.
Like this is all in the Bible, right?
I know, but we're
So
going from one subject to the other.
if he had his hair, you know, that was woolly, like sheep's wool, and he never cut it from the time he was born, because it's part of your vow or whatever.
Well, yeah, you would assume it would eventually turn into locks.
Thank you. I rest my case.
But I was just asking a question, you were asking a question.
I just gave an answer.
Why do guys have dreads? Can
That's
y'all
why I
answer
said-
that? Why do y'all like to have dreads?
But
That's
see-
what I want to know.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of different reasons.
And it's
for that.
not
You have
just
religious
men.
reasons.
Women has dreads too.
You have religious reasons, cultural reasons, or
That's true.
somebody just like the lifestyle. I mean, just like the hairstyle.
Yeah, some women.
Cause you know,
I've been known for some women to get dressed because they're just tired of,
right, and
they rather do that than put weave in their hair.
I've heard people say, "Oh, he got lots. We know he smoked weed. Oh, he got
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like a judgment, judgmental
and guess
thing.
what? If you're a Rastafarian, that has nothing to do with smoking weed.
Exactly.
That is just something that some people like to do. They happen to be Rastas. That's nothing to do with the religion. Rasta is nothing but another form of Christianity. If we're gonna be all the way honest with it, you know what I mean? They believe in Jesus, they follow Jesus as well. Just saying, just different. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been sitting here talking probably about 10, 15 minutes. They don't even know who you are.
It's not important.
Hey man, ZM3 Gang, man. Of course, you know, it's your boy Nick. You feel me? And today I got a special guest. Little Keke. Do you love me?
Really?
Nah, man. Go introduce. You ain't gonna introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kirsten, by the way. I go by Keke.
Yeah, man. She the homie. We've been cool since school. As you see, we have very in-depth conversations. So, oh, my girl Z, well, y'all girl Z, she stayed at home, but she moved on me. So, you know, she actually gonna be starting her own channel, her and her family. As soon as that up, I will link the description. You know what I mean? I will make sure y'all get that so y'all can go follow her, subscribe, notify. You know, gotta support the fam no matter what. You feel me? But look, for me to, you know, continue doing what I'm doing. You know, so I'm gonna have different guests on. You know, my first guest, Lil Keke.
Hey. I like being the first guest, by the way. But, you know,
Light-skinned people.
y'all probably going to be seeing more of me on his show or whatever he call it. But eventually I'm going to start my own. I don't know when yet, but that's only because I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet.
We'll see how this go as far as seeing her a lot more on my channel. Because y'all know how I am, man. Y'all know me.
Oh, don't do me. Pretty sure they like seeing my face.
Why light-skinned people so conceited? I don't understand.
The same way dark-skinned people are conceited. Do you want to get on another subject about light-skinned and dark-skinned people, or do we need to save that for another channel?
We're going to save that for another episode, man. You know the fact, I already got a colorism video. We can do another. Matter of fact, we definitely got to do another. I got some more things that I want to say about that. But listen, man, we're going to bring this one here to a close, you feel me? Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because we're going to have more content coming to you. I promise you that. Till next time, man. Peace.